Oh my God, giant. Trying to catch a big fish, so let's give him a big bait. It makes me sick. It makes me really sick to my stomach. Whew. What is up? My dog's lost in here. We're land skiffing. I rode my bike over 6 miles right now into the woods. We're trying to find some water, find some tarpon, and find some snook. We're going through some low-lying scrubs right here, so I'm having to duck the rods down. It's been a serious journey, but I think we're gonna find some fish, hopefully. How dope is this? This is headwaters. Probably really fresh, but brackish. And I guarantee you there's fingerling snook and tarpon up in these tiny watersheds, but we're trying to find something a little bit bigger, but this is really cool, man. Also, today's video is sponsored by Ketchco, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Oh, God. Oh, we made it. How dope is that? 7 miles on the bike. Whew. Finally made it. It's hoof and wind right here. Got my new setup. Got a Ketchco bowl gill. You can get this in the link below. This thing, if you watched the last video, slayed the snook for me. This is really cool. Big pool. I see fish moving around. I don't know if there's any snook yet, but I do see a lot of fish in here. I see something big over there. It's either a big gar or it could be a snook. It's looking yellow. Oh, largemouth. Nice one. I'm so high up on this bank here. That's a fat largemouth. Nice, right from underneath. Beautiful, beautiful largie. Probably about 1 3/4 pounds, maybe 2 pounder right there on the gill. I gotta figure out how to drop him down. All right, we'll toss him from here. We're not too high up anymore. Beautiful. All right, I'm set up here on the bank. You can see where the river flows out. I am on a very steep incline, but I think we'll be okay. Hey guys, real quick, just want to let you know that today's video is sponsored by Ketchco. If you don't know what Ketchco is, they are a lure making company that they make a lot of awesome baits that I use in my videos all the time, and a handful of the baits I use in today's videos are created by Ketchco. I'll leave a link down below where you can pick up a lot of the baits that I'm using today. They even helped create the Salt Native line that is my line of baits, the shrimp and the top waters and the jerk bait and all the paddle tails. Really cool stuff, so make sure you go check them out down in the link below. I appreciate it. I think I might be looking at the back of an enormous snook right here. No joke, dude, no joke. It's got it. I think that's 100% what it is. Oh, it is, dude, it is. It's a big freaking snook. All right, I'm feeling this might be the ticket. This is a beautiful little Yozuri twitch bait, but you're gonna have to pick these up off Shop Carl's. These things are money. I mean, I've caught snook, trout, redfish, tarpon, you name it. Everything eats this bad boy. Literally second it landed, fish ate it off the top. I don't know if it's a largemouth or a small snook. Small snook, beautiful. Let's creep down to the edge of the bank here. Oh, fat snook, awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. As always, man, you're snook fishing, especially with light gear, snook or tarpon, be hyper vigilant about retying at the slightest nick or fray. It'll make the difference between landing that slot or not, dude. Promise you that. Oh, another little snook right there. Saw him come all the way up to the bank. I'm kneeling down on the bank so my profile isn't so big, so these fish. Oh, he hit it again. Oh, he's right here, dude. Like literally right up against the bank. He's just nipping it. There he is. Got him. Got him. Nice. Oh, that was sick, man. That's the reason I'm sitting so low. I'm crouched on the bank right now so they don't see my profile and I can get a fish to eat right at my feet, basically. I'm gonna let him play out since I hooked him so close to the bank here. Beautiful. Another nice little snook. That right there is a beautiful fat snook. See how huge his eyes are? He's got a pretty big fat mouth. Fat snook to me, they look like the body of a largemouth, but the skin of a snook, basically. Really cool. They don't get very big. I think the world record's around 10 pounds. See you, bud. Is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen in your entire life, or what, man? It just keeps getting cooler each day. Exploring, dude. I'm just in love with exploring. There it is. I don't know if that's a big one, but that was right. It feels heavier. No, another just decent sized little one, but right up against the bank. Yeah. This is legitimately one of the coolest experiences of my life right now, man. The other day was awesome fishing that spillway, and this is just as dope. Not maybe a little cooler because there's way more fish. Beautiful, and they're like all fat snook. Maybe that one big one is actually just a world record fat snook from around. Could you imagine? This young man, now that's a proper fat snook. See how squared off his body is and how chunky he is, how big that eye is, that giant anal fin. I'm pretty sure that first one I caught was also a fat snook. He just had a more upturned mouth than usually. Perfect fish this is, man. God bless. This is amazing, man. What a freaking day. Made that 7-mile bike ride worth it. And I guess I got another 7 miles back, so make that 14-mile bike ride worth it for sure. What is that? Oh my gosh, that was a ladyfish. What? Like, what the hell? I catch a big fish, so let's give him a big bait. It's 5-inch shiner swim bait. We're gonna roll this around for a while and see if that snook, that big one wants to eat it. It's nice and slow and steady. Oh my God, giant largemouth. Holy crap. Oh my God, it's an enormous bass. Oh, stay down, stay down. Oh, oh, okay. That is a huge freaking largemouth. That is not what I expected at all. Oh. This bass could eat those free... Oh. It just broke my line. How did it possibly break my line? Oh my gosh, no. I'm gonna kill somebody. My knot is completely tied. It slid through the hook eye. How is that possible? How is that possible? It is completely still tied in a knot. And that was a 7-pound largemouth bass. In this pond. A 7-pound largemouth. And now there's a hook stuck in them. That makes me sick. It makes me really sick to my stomach. I don't know. Like, what do you do about that? Like, it's just like the most unlucky thing in the world. I've had that happen now twice in my entire life. I think I will forever be salty about what just happened. My disappointment is immeasurable. Luckily, I do have one more of those big swim baits I was throwing to hook that fish. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in fishing, and it's a lot of time user error, but that just felt like plain bad luck after a relentless amount of hard work. Is what it is. Can't sit here and mope and cry about it. Tied a new bait on. Let's see, maybe there's another giant bass in here, or maybe that freaking slot size snook wants to crush this shiner. But that's tough, man. That was a really big bass, dude. And in this water right here, it would have been an unbelievable catch, man. All right, got a few more minutes to cast and we'll have to split because I have such a far bike ride home. But got a little voodoo mullet on here, see if it'll work its magic. I don't think I can even begin to describe how disappointed I am about that largemouth, but I'm sure all of you guys know exactly how that feels. It's hard because sometimes, most of the time, when a big fish gets off, there is a reason or a fault. There's something, maybe you horsed it too hard and the leader broke, or you tied something wrong, or you didn't react to it jumping well enough and keep its head down. The only thing I could have done differently there in my head is horse that fish in, but I'm fishing around a bunch of rocks and I have a swim bait, a heavy swim bait in this fish's mouth. The last thing I want to do is try to horse it and flip it onto the bank, because that's how you lose a big fish. So I felt I was playing it right, and just a legitimate stroke of bad luck, I suppose. I want to fish more. That big giant snook that's in there is definitely onto me. He wants nothing to do with it. So I think we're gonna give them all a break here. What an epic day. I would fish until sunset if I didn't have a freaking journey back home. Let me know if you guys want me to revisit this place. Drop a like or leave a comment or something so I know you guys enjoyed this, because this was one of the most insane sessions I've ever had. It just keeps getting better. I love the exploring. You know, make sure you go check out the podcast. I'll leave a dink. Make sure you go check out the podcast. I'll leave a link down to it below, and go support the Patreon if you'd like to. I appreciate you guys. Until the next video, peace.